So I was pulling my hair yesterday. I had a bug that I had to figure out how do I really solve this, and it was a mess. So I had created a process and it worked out smoothly, and we can get customers to send in data, get them to approve this thing, and then it worked. So we had some iterations on it, and on our development system we at some point had the chance that customers would do multiple changes on the same order. So we had to catch these orders and figure out, we have seen this order before, so we would not create an approval step for the old order, but we'll create it for the new order. And we've got that working with a correlation where it said if order number is the same, then use this one. And that worked out smoothly. Then at some point in time I had to restart this, or they found out, okay, it's probably not an ideal place to do it. We'll have to do it in the SAP backend system where we can control this and say, hey, we would first need to get this or you can first make a change when you got the approval done for this thing you have done. So that was pretty good, quick. I could fix it in the SAP, just remove those couple of steps. And then it worked. When I processed the first time, it worked. I got a message that was working and everything looked fine. I was like, this is pretty cool, easy. And then things just started not working anymore. I don't know if it was something, so it was after figuring out what was wrong, I found out there was some correlation, that this correlation, even though it was no longer active in the process, it was still causing some problems, and we needed to find a way we could get around it. I thought, well, how do I do that? So I tried to do a rollback and use some of our older code, because, well, obviously if we had that, maybe we would be able to run the process without this correlation. That would work. Or it must be something else that could cause this. But it didn't work. Well, actually, I think the first time I ran this message through, it worked. And I was like, oh, well, cool. I can just put in my code in this old version and patch them up and I'm good to go. But then, in a couple of attempts, I tried to run it, and then it suddenly didn't work anymore. It's like, oh well, the same error, I know what this is. So I was thinking, okay, I can go into the database, figure out where these correlations are, and figure out how do I change these things, and how can I make it even easier to run it. I was like, maybe not the ideal world, trying to create some code that could make changes in the database on these tables. Okay, so next thought was, okay, what about if we just use a new interface? And that was 3 fixes that we needed to do, and I got that working, and then I could start the process and get it working, and then it worked. And that was, I guess, thrilling to just find a way, well, to go around this and find it and create the new user experience that user needs to see. And that was pretty quick when you got all the other things done. So I was pretty thrilled that I got that done last night. And now just waiting to see what customers would say about this. But yeah, just curious, is this something that you have seen out there? Some of these correlations that just doesn't clean up and doesn't work as expected. Frustrating. I found a solution for it. It took too much time to do it. I guess in that perspective, the old SAP BPM was easier, because there you had a little bit of view of what are the correlations active, and you could monitor it easily, as I recall. But here there was no way of knowing what was really going on in this instance. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please post them below. I'm looking forward to hear what you think about this, and is this something that you also experience, or is it just me coming out with these challenges? Bye!